Yes, perfect.
And now, could I like put it somewhere?
Yeah, we can put it here so you can see you and.
Okay, I see you.
You see me? So
Yes,
cool.
I see you. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. So this conversation would be a little different today because we
Okay,
have a
you
lot of
can
people.
ask people to.
Can I keep it here?
Maybe you can. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. See. There you go. All right.
Oh, what did I touch?
Okay. All right.
No, the camera went off.
The
Yes.
camera went off. It's back again.
Okay, no, it's good. It's good. I can see you.
Let me make sure it's
Maybe you could put something on
something
there.
else.
Here's the bottle. Would that help?
Yeah.
Ah, perfecto.
Okay.
So guys, you can come closer. And this is Lila Smaran and I have Sunday's conversations together. So I didn't want to miss this Sunday. So now Lila Smarana, there are some devotees now, including your wife, who may be leaving, sitting around. You could come and say hello to him, right?
Haribol Prabhu.
Hello. Can you come here on the camera a little bit?
Can you go on the camera?
Okay. Share with us something, what happened in the workshop and, what you learned and how was it useful for you?
I think the part that's had the most impact for me was the first day. We spoke about shame.
Okay.
I personally have been having issues with shame come up for me. I'm not feeling good enough or lovable enough. So Krishna Lila Mataji, she did a little exercise with me where others in the group acted as my ancestors, my family members who were judging me. And then someone else acted as my soul. And so the family members told me like judgments, like you're not good enough and things like that. And then but my soul was also there, who's fully pure. And so it was moving for me to feel that internally, that relationship that I have, that is my soul, that pure relationship. And then she had each of the family members, the pure, unconditioned part of them, tell me that they loved me behind all that conditioning. And so I saw how each of them was their conditioning, but behind that was someone who supported me and loved me. And so it helped me.
Okay, very.
Yes.
Yeah. You have something more?
I have a lot more things, but I think that's all for now. Maybe others can share.
Do you want other people to share, or what would you like?
Yes, I would just like to get a sense of what happens in the workshops that you do. So I guess some people,
Sure.
if they tell us that,
Here is
that give
Raul,
everyone a-
who's going to tell you. This is Lubit.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, good morning.
Hi Krishna. Yes, good morning. Come in front of the camera and then if you can speak up a little closer to the phone that's there, which is getting the voice.
Yes Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hi Krishna. Okay, so can you tell us what happened in the workshop?
For you.
Prabhu, for me, the first day we went through the wheel of life. Mataji actually named it very beautifully, so I'm going to use those names. The first one was the wheel of life. The second one, where we actually looked at, okay, what were we missing in the past, and what we actually wanted and what we had in the past, and going forward, what do we want from life and what we have to achieve that. So that the whole idea is that when we are done with the business that we have in this world, only then we can be inclined spiritually, and that journey towards the spiritual world is possible when we are done with whatever we have to do here. If there is anything lingering or outstanding, then it's very likely that that undone business we would try to finish it taking next birth. So that was a very, very effective way of kind of going through the entire life as a scanner. That was a very good exercise, Prabhu, that we did. It gave me a very good chance to look into my life and not to complain much about whatever I did not have because of one reason or the other, but to be happy with what I have. So that was good. Then there was another one which we did, which was kind of yes and no exercise, and the whole idea was to understand and to realize that it is important for us to say no sometimes, even though we may feel embarrassed about it. But we must say what we are feeling instead of what we are thinking. So that was also a very good exercise, Prabhu. And yesterday we did some constellations, so that helped us very much to again be more inclined towards what we are feeling as a being, and to
the same thing.
And the shame thing, yeah, that was,
You did it
yeah. So so I don't know the precise name of that layout that we had made.
Shame game.
The shame game, yeah. It was very effective, very, very effective actually. And the whole idea being that our definition of shame as we get it, as we inherit it, is that it is something that we have done which leads to embarrassment, and that is what causes us to be ashamed about. But that is a very different way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is that, and I looked at that video 3 or 4 times after I went home. I shared that with my teenage daughter also. That video is about even when a child is 1 year old and he is very interactive, he is very true to his senses, and he can express his feeling as soon as he gets a stimulation or trigger from outside. So and the idea is that when you are in the position of shame, there are 4 positions that you could 4 reactions that you could do to nullify the cause of shame. So one is withdrawing from that entire scenario or trigger. The another one is avoidance of the source of the trigger. So you try to avoid that from coming in the future. The third one is actually to start blaming somebody else, and the worst of all is you start blaming your own self. So the whole idea is to stay in the position of shame, not to give a spontaneous spur of the moment reaction in one of these 4. Instead, take a sattvic pause, as we say it, and go up to a position where there is a transcendence, and we don't react immediately with one of these responses. So that was a very effective exercise.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Very good. Okay, and no, yeah, that's very good. And I don't know how you want to continue. Should we ask questions today, just do a regular call, or just today listen to others, and that gives everyone more idea about the workshops? Should we just do that? If there are more people who can share what
Is there
happened.
anybody that can share what happened in the workshop? This video will be seen in India, so when it's like a Facebook thing. You want to talk about your freedom,
Is this
Come! Because there will be a lot of women in India that like to hear from
is this
you.
going on Facebook?
Yes, dear.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's on Facebook.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So here's Vandana Gupta.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, please come in front of the camera. I can't see you.
But I can't see you.
No, you
No?
can't
Yes,
see
you
them.
won't be able to see me.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us how this workshop helped you. A lot of people are watching you live.
Yeah, so Mataji really empowered me for my freedom and for going and shopping. So that really helped me. So I have
Happy by
been,
myself.
yeah, and I have been shopping myself. And that empowerment really helped me. And
So how
yeah.
do you what's your challenge in shopping? Why were you not shopping?
That was the way I have been raised, and I never wanted to go and shop. So Mataji told me, you have to go and shop. So that empowerment helped me.
Now, what if I say you that, Bhagavad Gita says that you should detach yourself from material pleasures and take spiritual pleasure, and then why are you now moving on the opposite path of shopping?
Okay, no, but for spiritual life also we need few things. So I think it's a necessity for a woman to dress up nicely and
And
To-
for a mother to go with her daughter shopping.
yeah, and for a mother to go to shop with her daughter. My daughter is 17 years old,
And she asked me.
and she felt that I was not shopping and I was not independent. So maybe she felt that her independence will also be blocked. So then I went to shop with her day before yesterday, and we were shopping till 12 o'clock in the night, and she was very happy.
And we celebrated it in the group, right?
And we celebrated it yesterday in the group, our independence. So
Okay, so you're saying, if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that being free to do this will also help you in your spiritual life instead of making a restriction on you, don't do this, that will not help you in your spiritual life.
yeah.
What you think?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very
Thank
good
you
to
so
hear
much,
that.
Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So Rajiv another person wants to share.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, alright.
Can you see me? Fine.
No, I can't see you yet. I see you now.
Okay.
Good to see you. Okay.
So, for me, this workshop has given me a lot. Rahul Prabhu already talked about the wheel of life. Those four. I also go through the shame all the time, and how to react and how to stay in that center of shame and not go around attacking yourself, attacking others, or try to ignore it. So I face that all the time. So this has given me a lot of good tips how to handle the shame, and I'm going to work on it very seriously. The other area where I have the bigger problem is the anxiety. I normally I have spurts of anxiety. I don't know where it comes from. All of a sudden I get butterfly in my stomach all the time. So I had a constellation done. Mataji did a constellation, and end of it, what the realization I have is there is some trauma stuck. That's what comes out. So I'm going to work on trauma therapy. And also I got another tip is when I get that anxiety, instead of focusing on my butterfly stomach, I start focusing on some other part of the body, which also I have started working. So this workshop has given me a lot, and especially the association of Mataji. The presence of Krishna Lila Mataji gives so much strength and so much happiness, and obviously the devotees. So this workshop has given me a lot. Thank you.
Okay, very good to
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want somebody? Do you, Luby? Do you want another person? Yeah.
Yes, if there is someone who is eager to share, that's great.
Yeah. Are you eager to share?
Yeah.
Only eager people. So go.
So, Krishna Lila,
Yes.
yeah, Krishna Lila Mataji is like so amazing. It's just being around her is all what you want, also more than even getting something out of her. But it's so nice, the energy. She's so vibrant, and it's the most best part is like how she connects the real situation healing process with Krishna consciousness with it, and that's really amazing. And it helps you to also introspect on what sometimes what you need to work on, and it comes out a little more clearly than it would in our spiritual practices, at least because we are at the neophyte stages. Thank you, Mataji, for just being with us.
Anybody else eager?
Yes, thank you so much.
Just a quick thing.
How about you?
Hare
Not
Krishna
about
Prabhu.
me.
Yeah,
About
yeah, yeah, about my experience. So basically,
Please come on the camera, please. Yes, I see you
do you
now.
see me? Okay. Sorry, I think there's a delay. I wanted to share something that was striking for me was we saw this video a couple of times during the workshop. It was called the still face experiment, and that was we have a 3-year-old, and that video kind of helped us in kind of understanding how even a small baby who was like 6 months or 3 months, she was as soon as the mother changed her expression to a still face, it was like so stressed out. It didn't know what to do. It's really important for us to connect. As if it's a baby or if it's an adult, before you do anything, you have to connect in order to come out of a situation which is stressful. So I think that was my takeaway, and of course the circle of life experience was really good for me. When Mataji showed us, I was thinking, okay, I'll use like a few stones, but by the time we finished, we were like my entire circle was like filled with stones. So that was really, I wish to do that again and again, and it was really good experience for me. So thank you so much, Mataji, for coming, and I hope to see you every year, maybe twice a year.
All right. Thank you. One more is coming.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you see me?
It's one, yes, I see you now. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I wanted to talk about doing the exercise of circle of life. For me, the personal experience was when I was, how from the ancestral phase, you start with your birth and you go up to 20 years. Then from 20, you go up to 55. And from 55, you go up to, that black part, preparing unto death. And then you move to the ancestral part. So when I was doing my circle of life, and I'm turning 54 next year. So I am pretty much at the cusp. And I was noticing that I couldn't think of a single thing to put in that phase between 55 to death. I was straight away jumping. I was completely bypassing that black, block on the on the circle of life, and I was straight away going into the ancestors. And Shubhra Mataji was my witness, and Shweta Shivra Mataji was my witness, and they were like telling me, but Mataji, you have children. They need to get married and you need to have grandchildren. You have so much to look forward to and maybe do something for yourself. But I was unable to connect to that. I couldn't see that. I straight away saw myself dying. And so Krishna Leela Mataji, with her amazing intuitiveness that she has, and emotional intelligence that she has, she came the next day and she said, Gulshan, I want to do some exercise with you. So I lost my mother when she was just 56 years old, and I lost two of my brothers within 1.5 years. One brother was 58 and one was 60. And since I'm going to be 54, I thought, okay, it's time for me to die too, because they all died so young. So she put all the dead on the other side, and I was on, the side which is alive. And I had this strong urge that I just want to cross over. And Mataji put my children happened to be in the workshop. My mother was calling me. My brothers were calling me. They said, we want you. We miss you. And my mother kept saying, I love you so much. I even loved you more than my sons. And I was so ready to cross over. Then my children luckily were attending the workshop. So Mataji put my children along with me on the living side. She said, look at your children, and then she put representatives as grandchildren. And so I turned around and I was having great difficulty connecting to them. But then my mother, seeing the grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, was so happy, and then she gave me blessings. My brothers saw and they said, yeah, we want you to be happy and live your life. So that was very profound, and I'm still processing it until today. This happened yesterday. It's a very powerful thing for me. It's like I feel suddenly that I have hope and that I'm connecting to life.
And that instead of going towards death,
So instead of going towards death,
I'm going to bring my mother towards my life.
and I'm going to be bringing my mother into my life, talk about her to my children, my grandchildren, and according to my mother's blessings, I'm going to have great-grandchildren, so hopefully I'll be talking about her to my great-grandchildren. So it was really nice. Thank you.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me just understand it. Like when you said in the beginning, when you said that, okay.
Yeah, what?
Are you hearing me? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying that initially when you were saying that, I'm done with my life, it felt so spiritual. Yeah, you're done, that's great, you're done, and now you don't want to have anything to do with it. But then when you explained it, that's not really, forget about spiritual life, that's not even movement towards life.
That was a conditioned movement.
That was a very conditioned movement coming actually out of depression. There was not a tinge of spirituality in that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then now you will move towards life and, beautiful life and spiritual life and everything else comes with
And
it.
die when Krishna wants.
And I will leave my body when Krishna wants, not me,
Not
desire.
the forces of the system.
Not the forces of the system pulling me, but it is when Krishna desires, then I will leave my body.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thanks for
you.
sharing so personal things here. Okay.
One more?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. This is Archana.
Few seconds, there's a few seconds delay and I'll see you. Yes, I see you now. Okay.
Okay. So, Prabhu, until now, until this workshop, I didn't understand what is the need of a constellation. I could not realize it for myself. And I was thinking that what's the problem, why, so I talked with Mataji also. So she said that it's not like you need a constellation, but if you find that you feel stuck somewhere, your energy is stuck and you are not able to go past it, then that is probably a good time to have the constellation. So this was our first talk of the day when I personally talked with her. And then I liked this experiment of still face, where I got this new concept coined in the concept of shame. And also Mataji showed it through shame game. That time I got a little bit, but with this seeing this experiment of still face, it was quite a bit clear to me that how when our joy and interests are interrupted, how that shame comes suddenly, and then we take any of the reactions, just withdrawing ourselves or attacking others or attacking us, or just being, what was the fourth one? Avoidance, or in avoidance. So actually, I mean, I could connect it more when I saw the still face experiment. And then I realized that when my father passed away, that was a great interruption of joy for me, and probably I went into complete withdrawal, and I thought for everyone around me and about myself that life is nothing but it's all about death, and actually everyone has to go, so what is enjoyment there? There is nothing to live in this life. And probably in that mood I took up Krishna consciousness, and that was not a I don't feel it to be a right motivation. So yesterday we did a constellation for me by kindness of Mataji, and I really loved that how she puts everything around us, and she never forgets the energy of Krishna that is always there. Krishna is always towards at the first position, and then descending from him. All our ancestors are there, and then I am there. So I could feel that yes, I can feel energy of my father. I can see that my mother is also strong enough to take to handle this pain, and I don't need to support her, but I can take support from her, and I can take all the positivity from her and all the strength from my father. So this was a very good experience for me, Prabhu. I am still sitting with it, and I want to understand and learn better about the whole shame thing, that how I do experience in my life and how do I react. So it was a new term, and I couldn't put it in words, but yeah, now I have words for my problem. So, and also I see a solution because I found out the problem. So thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very good to hear that.
So, my dear Lube,
Can I come over?
oh, some people want to come over. Shivram, we started a movement here. Because back pain, so he said, you have to lower yourself. Or further. Okay. And talk on the phone.
Can you see me?
Yes, I see you now. How are
Okay.
you?
Hare Krishna. So, one of my intentions, my main intention for this workshop was to go toward life, but integrated with, I was feeling sometimes lonely and wanting to be with society, and I wanted to go toward life, but not alone like that. And so I'm also, co-organizing this workshop with my wife. So there are some interesting things happening because of that moment. So I'm having some severe back pain, and so all of this was happening at that time. And Sweta has been pretty much the mover and doer for this workshop, and I've been essentially assisting her and supporting her, kind of like being the face of things rather. But what I'm noticing is that, even though it was so difficult for me to be in the workshop, I was basically going to the workshop and taking rest over there and doing some things necessary to take care of myself. And even today I had a choice. I was this close to actually not coming over for the last day, and I said, well, I want to go toward life but integrated. So I don't want to stay back, neither do I want to go there and uh, be out. So I'm just going there. So I came here with the full expectation that I'll have to um, take care of myself. I may not be able to attend the workshop fully, and I'm happy with that. And I found so many ways that devotees were giving me water, something to eat, and I was feeling nourished, and I was feeling not lonely sitting in the workshop home. Otherwise, I would have felt very lonely at home. Actually, that would have been not so good for me. Another very nice thing for me was this circle of life exercise that we did, and it was interesting because I was asking my witness Raja Prabhu that, hey, if I say something somewhat upsetting, probably maybe upsetting, would that be okay with you? In a sense, I was asking, is he going to be there for me to hear me? Because I didn't have that experience growing up always. So it was very important for me to be able to express myself, and also be able to to see that he was hearing me. So he didn't get up and go, or he didn't start whatever, that, oh, this is too much, you please stop sharing. So he continued to hear me. That was very important for me. So I'm glad to see that my support doesn't crumble away. It's a very important thing for me. So that was, I got that seed for it. Another thing I got was this one particular devotee who came to the workshop. In the beginning, she was sharing about her experience, and anyway, the short of it was, she said something like imposter syndrome, and what I realized was, it's important for me to see that there is a name for that disease, and I see it so much in my life. I'm actually very accomplished in so many ways, but I've never ever felt real about my accomplishments at all. It's always like, no, this is not me, this is not me. So I was never, I'm still in many ways not able to see Krishna's mercy toward me. How he's decorating me with all these accomplishments, but it's always like, no, I'm an imposter. So I'm trying now to understand how to go forward, and with the understanding that I'm not an imposter. Krishna has given me these accomplishments. So many things.
Thank you.
And I'm continuing to follow my OCD and organize and be part of the workshop, even though it's a challenge for me physically. So thank you very much for listening and recording this. And I even came with my own chair, so I'm integrated.
So, Hema, would you like to share your experience to Lila Smarana and Yubit? Don't read it. Yeah, it's going public on Facebook, so look at all these people are listening, and some in India. But anyway, it's a service. So come so they can see your face. Maybe you could see. No, don't move that because then you fall. Okay.
That you are on the camera. Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
okay, alright. So share with us, how you felt, what happened in the workshop, and what the benefit you got.
So, yeah, my name is Hima. The very first reason I came to this workshop was the title of the workshop itself, because it was becoming who you are. So it took me some time to understand, to operationalize the title itself, because why do I have to become who I am? I thought I was already I am, so what does it mean, or what does it implied that I have to become who I am. So I thought I would get some tactics about being mindful, or making a balance between student life and work life and family life, because being a graduate student with the kids in the states is really challenging for me. So yeah, I'm from Nepal. um, so I came here, and then the first overwhelming thing for me was the loving and welcoming hearts of devotees, and the experiences they shared during the discussion sessions, Prabhuji. So it was, I felt, I came with a very closed mind, because I thought, okay, becoming who you are, I have to learn something, some tactics, like number one, this, number two, this, and I will go back with some 5 or 6 magic wand rules that I will apply to my life and then will change. But when I came here, I changed my mind, and I felt that no, I should not be present in the session with such closed mind, where I just look for some tactics. So I became very open, and then I was willing to accept what new things come during the session. So there were a lot of new experiences, and I was telling Krishna Lila Mataji, so on my first day, when I was reflecting and journaling before I go to, I journal every day every night before I go to bed, and this was the first time it took me about 40-45 minutes to journal all my experiences of that day, because it was overwhelming amount of information, not only from theoretical perspectives. The most important thing that I want to share is, we read a lot of books written by the great motivational speakers around the globe, but when we read them and we like their ideas, but when it's time to really put into practice, it's difficult, because we have not seen them being practiced in real life. But what was done here was, before I even completed my sentences, my intentions to Mataji, she just made me stand up among all the participants, and then taking help of other participants. So I was wondering what I was going to do and what was happening. But at the end of each and every activity, it was the hand-on experience of what people write in their books about making a balance between work life, or the real tactic. And I'm a teacher, and being a teacher, sometimes I'm in dilemma about whether I should teach my students the explicit rules first and then give them some exercises, or give them some exercises first and then ask them to induce the rules themselves. So Mataji was doing everything inductively. So she made us engage in activities, she gave on hands-on experiences, and then at the end she asked what we learned. So she was not giving us rules to follow, she was giving us practical examples, and we had to induce those theories ourselves. So that was one of the greatest experiences, probably.
Wow. Here you have a brilliant resume of summarization. So it's 11:30 in Chicago, right? So what do we do next? Do we continue, or 2 more minutes, or what do you have in mind?
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll continue next week.
Next week.
Whenever we talk next time with the questions, and you can continue with your workshop.
Okay.
And then we'll talk later, and I think everyone got some idea about what happened. Maybe we can talk in detail in one of the sessions. What is this game of
So,
life that you talked about, everyone talked about? So we can introduce that wheel of life in one of the sessions.
oh, that's good, because there are many themes in what devotee said, so we can expand on all those themes in following chats on Sundays.
Yes.
Well, sounds great to me.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
this conversation again. And okay, my dear, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
I don't know what to do with the phone. How do I turn this off? I should know. Done.